And this capture right now on video. This is that I've captured, and by conduct, impossible light activity is conduct. It's state action and it's illegal conduct. And what I'm capturing right is relevant to my shadow that's upright on the wall in the depths. You can also see the gate right here. That's the shadow of the gate. So let's turn around and see. This is this gate right here. And the shadow of that gate is letting you know what these demons, 2315 South Euclid Avenue, are engaging. That's called light activity. And that's a demon that's listening to every word that I say. They also are a sex offender, keeping my vagina under surveillance. The yellow cap, that's a white male, engaging in what is monitoring on the roads and mobile, the business is gang stalking. While he reverses and that one drives forward, that's called pacing. That's what's going on in the 60 freeway. They're all sex offenders monitoring me inside of my hotel room. Absolutely impossible for this to happen anytime ever. But I'm documenting this as a pattern of conduct. For example, at the Holiday Inn in Hesperia, California, and I'm documenting the same exact environment where this is impossible light activity, and that's how you know that the employees are targeting with regard to the impossible maintenance of what is shaking my bed. That's an earthquake under what is a fake sun that remains for the duration of the day, where Alan D. Wapner, like you can hear on my podcast, is gang stalking me with the population. What did this demon do? He moved his vehicle, pacing backwards and forward. That's exactly what UPS did when I walked toward them to document. These are demons that are stalking. All they're doing is monitoring. They create activity with regard to what I'm doing on my device. They create activity with regard to what I'm stating, because the demon possessed are mentally ill. They're psychopathic, and they engage in the elements of monitoring even as I'm referring to things that they're triggered by. And very passive aggressive conduct while they engage in light activity, relevant positioning as I expose them in real time, such as showing you the shared connection, the inevitable connection, prosecution with regard to this activity and what you just saw, which was pacing back and forth by a patron. That's going to be criminal conduct of the business. It's not just separate. That represents, first of all, that's the entity stalking in a white van in the path, creating light activity, not coincidentally. And it's also based on what I do as I do it, okay? This is the same thing with regard to monitoring on my devices, what I do as I do it on my devices, and doing so in an environment where you're housekeeping. In this environment, you're gang stalking, and you're going to be prosecuted. And gang stalking immigrants are being deported as well, all right? The entity can be prosecuted. They're going to be prosecuted, period. You can be silent, because there's nothing that you can say that's going to get out of this evidence. This is the prosecution of the government in the United States for criminal monitoring, and you're a sex offender monitoring in a private space, and they're doing so as a population. That's why the fake sun is still here, right here over this edge of the building, where you see the Ontario Police Department pacing, just like the people of the state are here. You see pacing by flying over me in helicopter with circles. You saw pacing right now with this demon driving this white van, driving backwards and forwards. The demon possessed engage in pacing by flying in circles, and they're doing so while this fake sun is here. It's still here at 6:03 p.m. like I documented on July 25th, 2025, where management is engaged in maintaining a torture chamber, and that's relevant to the federal RICO case while they're gang stalking me inside of this hotel room. And the pattern of conduct is shared amongst the innkeepers that I've been documenting in California. And this is impossible. It has nothing to do with sunlight. This is the evidence of criminals. And the Holiday Inn in Hesperia is just one of many examples of stalking with light or surveillance. It is currently, again, 10:38 a.m. The demons, no matter what language they speak, they're going to be prosecuted. This is P.O.C. This is showing public corruption, state action, and it's also a federal RICO case against corrupt businesses that are gang stalking. This is P.O.C. at Economy N.